5 lessons that I learned from listening to the Nas song, Sitting With My Thoughts. I thought about 5 business products and services that could be created as a result of it. Now, here's number 1. What would happen if you created a mindful leadership workshop? Now, remember he said, talking about reflecting and the importance of reflection and the importance of strategic thinking. Consider this mindful leadership workshop could be talking with leaders about developing these kind of skills, including strategic thinking, but from the lessons they've learned within the business itself. Now, the rest, of course, becomes the bigger thing that you would have to create for them. You can include the emotional intelligence, resilience, all of these type of factors right now. Guide them through with reflection exercises. You can ping off of the song itself, like when he says, young boy wilding to a mature, reflective individual. You think about the company at its early stages, just wilding out, going out there and fighting to get business in there, right? So now as they need to mature, the business needs to mature, think about the workshops as that opportunity for you to help them do this. Taking the energy that they once had and redirecting it. Number 2, think about a resilience coaching app. Now, how would that look? Think about the theme that Nas talked about, bouncing back after taking a loss. Now, this app would offer, perhaps it would offer personalized coaching sessions. Call it what you want, resilience building exercises. It can have motivational content, things like that. How to set goals after setbacks. Set goals after setbacks. That becomes some of the things that, based on the response that you have to the feelings in the song itself, then think about that kind of thing as a product, right? Now, could you use that as a service? Yeah, we talked about that in the number 1 idea. But this one goes a little bit deeper, and you could literally call it a resilience app, right? You come up with a cool name. This is what you do when you suffer a setback. Bam, hit the app, and you get all the things that helps them get motivated and back on track. Now, here's another one. Elevation Mentor Program. Now, remember in the song, he talked about elevating, right? Having a specific, what makes you elevate is the motivation you get from family. Imagine this, you're creating this program, and you create it so that you bring together young entrepreneurs and seasoned entrepreneurs. Now, are there things out there like that? Perhaps, but you do it in a better way. Remember, you're taking some inspiration from the song, but at the same time, you're saying, okay, how could I create from this? This is what we talk about in Monetize Your Life Academy, and why I'm inviting you to come on in is because when we can take pieces of information, things that inspire us, we think on things at a deeper level, so we can turn that information into income. We can turn that idea into income. We can turn those feelings, those setbacks, whatever it is, into products and services, because we will productize them and then we will monetize them. And therefore, because you're living the life you live, that's individual, nobody else's life, we then position ourselves to be different than anybody else. That's why I'm going to go ahead and invite you in. I'll leave links if you're seeing this somewhere. But the point is, we can create from the things that we come in contact with. All right, number 4, a community feast initiative. Think about what he said. Make sure we all eat. Now, you're thinking about this from the standpoint of a community feast initiative. What is that? Imagine you're partnering with local restaurants, food suppliers to hold a big old feast. Now, what does it do for the restaurants? It gives them marketing. You're putting it together, right? Now, you can say, hey, my profits are going to be reinvested in the community to support food banks or educational programs or other services and all that kind of stuff. But the key is being inspired by we all eat. Suggest that you're going out there and you're saying, I'm going to bring together all the people that already have things. Now, keep in mind that you don't have to have a restaurant. You just have to have the wherewithal to go to the restaurant and say to them, hey, listen, I would like to come together and I would like to have a big feast, the Community Feast Initiative. Think about it. Think on that a minute. I know where your heart is. Your heart may be in it, well, I want to give back. Well, that's what Nas was talking about, how we all eat. Here's number 5. What about a creative expression platform? Think about that for a minute. The act of sitting with one's thoughts. So what this platform then would do is encourage the users to express themselves through music, through writing, through art, through other creative mechanisms. Now, of course, you could offer tools for creation. You can offer forums where people can get conversation going, get feedback, all of these kind of things. I think over in Facebook, they call it groups, right? You can create this platform as a space for people to come together and mine through their creativity, to be inspired by more ideas. Now listen to what he said. I would go crazy if I couldn't rhyme. In other words, because he's an artist, if he couldn't express his art. Now imagine you now are bringing a creative expression platform to people that allows them to do just that in obviously a nice and safe environment where their ideas won't be critiqued, but it would have other people around them to lift them up. Again, it goes back to the we are each. Listen, I'm going to invite you into Monetize Your Life Academy. We do things like this. We help you bring that stuff out. We help you get those ideas out. We help you take information, turn it into income so that you can have a flexible life, so that you can have the ability to travel, so that you can make money like when you sleep and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to show you and teach you how to create these things. I'm going to be creating these digital pieces of real estate, I like to call them, so that it will allow us to do those things. Come on in, everybody, and I'll see you inside.